All right, guys. Hey, what's going on? This is Zaid here, ZSPN on YouTube. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Lakers and the OKC Thunder. Okay, this is the first time I ever tried to, make videos when it comes to live. I mean, I never really do it because I like to focus on what I have to say individually and just make my own videos when it comes to, you know, doing my own type of editing. But this time around, when it comes to this particular game against the OKC Thunder, I have to say is a disappointing result for the Los Angeles Lakers in tonight's game against the OKC Thunder. I have to say it is just a disappointing, horrible, horrible loss from the Los Angeles Lakers. I have to say it is. And I can't believe we lost to the OKC Thunder. What went wrong? Let's just say it. Okay. It was the offense. Okay. Sure, we can blame also the defensive side of things. But at the same time, I have to say, guys, it was not expected, to be honest. And I looking at the stats here. So let me be accurate of what I'm going through. This is the first time I ever been a while I did live. The only time I went live was when Kobe Bryant passed away, and that was a whole different emotions there. But this time around, this was um, a bit of an anger type of situation here. Um, so let's see here. All right. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. So what went wrong here, guys? In the just when the Lakers had an opportunity to just take it over in the final seconds left in the fourth quarter, this happened. uh, in the final seconds left, Russell Westbrook had the ball and he just decided to shoot the three. Where I don't really understand the planning of the Lakers mindset was. Why did you give the ball to Russell Westbrook when it comes to shooting the final three to potentially tie the game? And obviously, it just did not work out whatsoever. It really did not. And I just have to say, it was one of those type of moments where you should have gave the ball to Carmelo Anthony, where he almost tied the game for the loss. Actually, he actually did. He actually did tie the game in the final seconds left in the game. But for some reason, in the final seconds left, they decided, you know what, we're not going to just how should I say this? Um, give it to Melo. We should give it to Russ because he had the advantage, I guess, and he didn't. And sure, he had a pretty decent shooting night, but it's just wasn't the case. Wasn't the case whatsoever, and it was very disappointing, very disappointing, and should have gave it to Melo. He had it. He had it a great night when it comes to shooting tonight, and it's just wasn't the case. Wasn't the case, and guys, I have to say this now. When it comes to the idea that you need LeBron James to win you games, I hate that notion because that gives the a kind of a weakness of what's on the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes all said and done, of just having a team that doesn't um, that doesn't excuse me, I'm trying to think here, that you have two superstars already in the game that are able to win tonight against one of the worst teams in the Western Conference, in the OKC Thunder. I don't know why that this notion that you need to have LeBron James to win you games. I mean, I understand that he's the leader. I understand that he will like lead us for some reason to just help us win. But it's just not. I just, you know, it's just I'm pissed. I'm really pissed. I mean, the Lakers had an opportunity to beat the OKC Thunder for a revenge type of win. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the case. And LeBron's going to be out for at least a week because of the ad- abdominal strain. So um, I guess for these next couple of games, and I believe Saturday they playing against the Portland Trailblazers. Sort of depends if they will bring their A game. Sort of remains to be seen. Um, so let's see here. I'm looking at the stats here. Let's give some credit now. Credit for the Lakers in their performances, even though I really thought the Lakers could have just win in a dominance fashion, but it just wasn't the case. So let's see here. Anthony Davis, let's give him props. Anthony Davis had a good game out there tonight. Really performed. 29 points, had 18 rebounds, which is very impressive. And then when it comes to field goals, went 11 and 20 and 2 blocks and 1 steal. So it was a great performance on his end. And I was actually, if it wasn't in the final seconds left, if they weren't going to give the ball to Melo, they could have gave it to Anthony Davis because he had a better shot of just either getting fouled right away, or somehow you could just, I don't know, somehow have the momentum of potentially make a mid-range shot. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the case. And, Russell Westbrook really, when it comes all said and done, I have to say, was selfish. Was selfish in the final seconds left. He wanted to be the alpha dog and just decide to win us the game. Win us the game. And it just it I'm not sure if he's like he's not a finisher. I have to say he's not a finisher. It's mainly players like LeBron James who can finish the game. Anthony Davis, he could finish the game. Carmelo Anthony is a guy who can finish the results of the game in convincing fashion. And Russell Westbrook, he's just not that guy. And let's give some props for him. I mean, he had a great performance when it comes to scoring wise. He had 27 points, went 10 of 23 from the field. Surprisingly, he shot very well. He went 3 of 6 in tonight's game compared to plethora of games before where he has been not accurate with his shooting threes. And, he has a history of that. So throughout his career. So surprisingly, he shooting threes throughout the first, second, and third quarter. It was all right, but that final seconds left in the game, it was just not the right time for him to make that type of mistake. And the Lakers in general, especially Frank Vogel, I'm not sure what was his mindset when it comes to when the final seconds left, who should have the ball last to make the final shot. It didn't occur to him. Maybe you should give it to Melo. You should give it to, I'm not sure who was still out there. Maybe it was Avery Bradley, I believe, or something. Or maybe Anthony Davis. You couldn't give it to them. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on with this Lakers team. And they have all the capabilities of being a championship team. But for some reason, they just don't know how to finish. They don't know how to finish. They don't know how to, end the game in a high note. And that's very sad to watch when it comes to this Lakers team, because they have all the capabilities of pulling it off. And I'm still looking like in the stat lines. Avery Bradley had 9 points, went 1 of 2 from the three, but he did not start off like that. I mean, he really started off pretty badly, and when it came to the third quarter, that's where he really started to get things off. So kick things off when it comes to helping out the Lakers, especially also in the fourth quarter, where he shot a three that really meant so much to the Lakers. Let me see what I was trying to talk about. Hold on. Yeah, in like 3 minutes, in 3 minutes remaining into the fourth quarter, Avery Bradley shot a three that took the Lakers a bit. Not well, the Thunder were still leading by 2, but once he shot that three, it kind of evened things out when it comes to the Lakers. Maybe they can turn this around and somehow deliver. And it looked pretty good. It looked pretty good at one point, but then it really gotten away from them. Defensively, it really fell apart from the Lakers. I'm looking at the stats here and the play time here, and yeah, it's just wasn't the case. Wasn't the case whatsoever. So, but if you look in the 1 minute left in remaining in the of the game, you just look at this. You look at 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the game. You had Austin Reeves shot a three because at one point, the Thunder really took a big lead. I think they were up by, I might be mistaken. I think they were up by 5, or they were probably up by 8 at one point. And then threes started coming in from the Los Angeles Lakers, and it was so interesting. It was very interesting to watch, and I was very impressed by how the Lakers came back from just shooting threes. And Austin Reeves, then Carmelo Anthony. I mean, that's where it really started to heat up. I mean, the Lakers were once like 40 seconds left in the game, Carmelo Anthony shot a three, and the Lakers were down by 2. So that was the opportunity to make some fouls and just give the OKC Thunder an opportunity to just shoot some free throws, and the Lakers will gain some advantage of just shooting another three. And that's what happened. They fouled somebody, and even though they scored, I mean, they didn't go to the line. So the Thunder decided to, make a play. They made a dunk, and they extended the lead by 4. And then Carmelo Anthony, 10 seconds left in the game, shot a three. And that took the Lakers, they were down by 1. They were down by 1, 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and that just would have won the opportunity for the Lakers to just win it all. And obviously, it did not work. It did not work out at the end. Timeout. The Lakers fouled, and this player makes both of his shots. And 4 seconds left. Russell Westbrook got the ball in his hand, decided to shoot 3, be that alpha dog that he is, Mr. Triple-Double, and decided to shoot that 3 to be the unsung hero of just winning the game. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. And didn't work out. And it ended the game. It ended the game. And lots of mistakes that were made. And a missed opportunity. Missed opportunity, guys. And I'm usually, I don't like to go live, because usually I like to, make individual videos for myself, and then when I make some mistakes, I just cut it off and just go ahead and just somehow um, decide to fix some stuff that I need to speak. But unfortunately, I had to go live because I just felt that I don't want to do any editing. I didn't want to put some pictures in and stuff like that. I was pissed. I was pissed. I didn't want to see. Didn't want to make a good video of so I can post it on YouTube. So it's just. I don't know, guys. I think I saw a comment here. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. There's some arguments could be made that the decision by Frank Vogel in the final 10 seconds left in the game to put the ball in Russ Westbrook's hand was a bad move on his part. And I believe that the firing of Frank Vogel could potentially happen. But I don't really see it happening because the Lakers have a history of when it comes to liking a coach, and if somehow they won them a championship, that they should stick around for at least 2 to 3 seasons. Now, since the championship run in 2019, they just decide to, you know what, Frank Vogel is the right person for the job, and they just should wait until maybe a right coach comes along. But for some reason, it's just not the case whatsoever. And I, I, it could happen, but I guess it just remains to be seen. I mean, so far I don't want to keep saying that, it's still early. So the Lakers have time to potentially turn things around. But, it's just, I hate saying that because, so far Russell Westbrook has been improving as of late when it comes to controlling the ball, not turning it over so much. So the idea of, just if you see some improvement from the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to their own performances and somehow, not losing games, then things are going pretty well. But for some reason, they just decided to um, um, I don't know, not step up, I guess. And I just hate the fact that, since LeBron is out, that you really need him to win games. I don't like that notion. I really don't like that notion because the Lakers have the talent in the world to defeat one of the worst teams in the NBA in the OKC Thunder, a G League type of team. So it's just very disappointing, very missed opportunity to take revenge over the OKC Thunder. And you know what, guys, I just don't know what to say. Don't know what to say because I probably said what I had to say. I'm already 18 minutes into the video, so of this live stream, excuse me. So I guess that the Lakers need to bounce back. Because guys, the Lakers, I don't know, there's nothing else they can do. You still have players that are still out from THT. He's working his way back. I saw a video from Lakers Nation saying something on the rounds that, he was practicing with Phil Hanley, one of the coaching staff on Frank Vogel's. So, it could potentially have him back. And then you have also, what's his name? Hold on. Wayne Ellington. Yeah, he did return. Made his debut in the regular season with the Los Angeles Lakers. Shot a 3, but he just wasn't the main factor of the Lakers. Somehow winning tonight, but it's just wasn't the case. So wasn't the case whatsoever. So yeah, I'm just looking at the stats and just It went badly, everyone. It really did. Carmelo Anthony, let's read his stats for a bit, okay? In tonight's game, 21 points, went 8 of 18, and then went 5 of 10 from the three. Can you guys just like imagine that? He's been balling when it comes to shooting those threes for the Los Angeles Lakers as of late, going 4 of 6, 3 of 6. Tonight's performance went 5 of 10 from the three. So very impressive numbers when it comes to his shooting. And, I have to say that's one of the best decisions the Lakers made in the offseason by going after Carmelo Anthony, getting him cheap and just, getting someone that can shoot. And they obviously found it in Carmelo Anthony, and, he's laying it up on the on the bench side of things. So I have to say, yeah, it was a great performance. Great performance by Carmelo Anthony in general. Set 6 rebounds, had 2 steals, 1 block. And guys, when it comes to his foul troubles, I have to say, Carmelo Anthony really knows how to control his foul limits. I mean, throughout his career, he always been cautious when it comes to his fouling. He always averages around like 2 to 3 fouls a game. And, that's really impressive in my book. So when it comes to Carmelo Anthony. So, and, looking at the rest of the bench side of things, I mentioned Austin Reeves, 2 of 5 from the three, had 8 points, had 1 steal. So the offensive side of things, he has been the focal point off the bench, but defensively, I really think he needs to improve defensively. I really believe he should, because if he wants to be the next, Alex Caruso, he really should improve on that type of ability to play at the defensive side. So then you have Dwight Howard. He was listed to being out tonight, but for some reason they changed it and they said that, he is available to play. And I found it kind of weird. I was really thinking that maybe he was potentially going to be out, because of neck issues. But surprisingly, he was ready to go and ready to play, and he was listed as plausible. So, but his efforts out there was only played 7 minutes, and compared to what DeAndre Jordan was, I have to say Dwight Howard played better than DJ in tonight's game. Honestly, look, 14 minutes and had 1 point, had 3 rebounds. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I mean, I think he was probably better off of just playing on the bench and had Dwight Howard be inserted into the starting lineup because of LeBron James being out. I mean, that would have been a much better result. But I don't know, maybe Dwight Howard is more reliable off the bench because he brings that energy and the rebounding thing. So, which I like, by the way. But I don't know, maybe they need to find another center when it comes to the buyout market, or just somebody that's still available when it comes to, potentially the centers that could be available. But I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there, guys. I mean, it's just very disappointing from our centers tonight's game, other than Anthony Davis, who really stepped up out there tonight. Malik Monk, I'm not sure what's going on with the guy. I don't know, maybe because his role has been diminished or something. Because for this past couple of games, I want to see the rest of his games for the past couple of games. Since October 29th against the Cleveland Cavaliers, excuse me. He only played for like 5 minutes at one point and scored, in total Let me put this. Let me put this in this perspective. Uh, in the past 4 games, he's been averaging, like, if you want to round it, maybe like 1 point a game. Um, 0 of 6 from the three, and averaging 3 rebounds for the past 4 games. Compared to the rest of the games, he hasn't been stepping up for the Lakers as of late, especially when it comes to a guy that you can rely upon off the bench. That's why Carmelo Anthony has been stepping up off the bench and delivering, mind you. So, I don't know. Then, just looking at the team overall, they didn't lead in turnovers, surprisingly, at 13 overall. And then you had 4 blocks from the Lakers, had 8 steals from the Lakers. I mean, when it comes to leading, they were leading very well when it comes to steals. And then you have the rebounding side tied with the OKC Thunder, and the better threes tonight goes to the OKC Thunder by just 2%, so 0.2%. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I actually said what I had to say. I mean, I am not the type to just keep on going and just repeating myself, because I probably said what I had to say. Overall results, guys, I have to say the Lakers need to do better because there's nothing else they can do. LeBron James is out. They still have a couple of players that are still out. So it's going to be a while for the Lakers to really get things into order and just, see what's basically missing. So, as I mentioned, LeBron's going to be out for a week. So the Lakers need to find, and Frank Vogel needs to find a way to build something, some sort of lineup that will fit the scheme of things for the Lakers to succeed. But it's just still remains to be seen. And I believe Sunday, I believe they're playing against. Hold on, I have it right here. Hold on. That's the thing about live stream. I can probably just look it up real quick. So, yeah, Saturday. Excuse me. Oh no. Yeah, they're playing the Portland Trailblazers on Saturday, and then on Monday they are playing against the Charlotte Hornets. So they have an opportunity to possibly bounce back, but it's just remains to be seen about the returns of the other players potentially. THT, as I mentioned, he is in the works of potentially coming back because he's practicing with one of the coaches in Phil Hanley. So the idea that him coming back pretty soon is a possibility. And then Kendrick Nunn. I'm not sure what's going on with the guy. I mean, it's taken a while for him to come back, but we probably will hear some updates next week or the upcoming days. So, expect that potentially to be, out there for us to know. So, just got to be patient about his status of of potentially returning and debuting with the Lakers in the regular season. So that's something that remains to be seen. So, yeah. So, guys, I really want to know your thoughts about tonight's game. Please give me your thoughts. I know some of you are same as me, disappointed, angry. I really thought the Lakers had an opportunity to get their revenge against the OKC Thunder, but for some reason, it just wasn't the case. And missed opportunity. That was just another missed opportunity for the Lakers to take over the game. And guys, if you really witnessed, let me just say this real quick. The second quarter, the Lakers, they were leading by, I believe, by 20 points at one point. it was like 11 minutes into the no 2 minutes into the game, and they were just leading at one point. But for some reason, defensively, they shut down for like at least 5 minutes into the game. After that, excuse me, after that, and for some reason, the OKC Thunder came out of nowhere and made a huge comeback from their end of things when it comes to um, being down from like 20 points at one point in the second quarter. So the defensive side is very questionable at the moment as well. And guys, we just have to wait and see how the Lakers were to turn things around and potentially start winning games without LeBron James. And that's my number one issue with the team. You know, they need LeBron to win games for you. I mean, that's just unacceptable. You have two superstars on your team, and Anthony Davis has the capability of leading the Lakers and in convincing fashion and finishing very well. And Russell Westbrook, he just needs to really start to not be that alpha dog and just decide to take over games with so much selfishness. Give the ball to somebody and rely on them to finish the game for you. And Anthony Davis and you know Carmelo Anthony. You could have gave it to Avery Bradley. I mean, there could have been a better end results of the Lakers lost tonight, but it just wasn't the case. Wasn't the case whatsoever. And I'm a loss of words, really lost. So, guys, please comment down below. Give me your thoughts. I really don't want to continue talking because I just so done with this disappointing loss. And hopefully the Lakers will bounce back, and hopefully they deliver with convincing fashion and see what Frank Vogel needs to do with the lineup, and maybe things will turn around for the Lakers moving forward. And I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. Like this video, guys, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and also like all of my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ZSPN. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel. And I really appreciate the love and support you guys give me all across social media. And of course, on this channel, I've been doing this for almost 4 years now, and the support is overwhelming. And I do appreciate all of your love and support for this channel. It's just really appreciative. And, you guys are just an amazing audience on YouTube. And I usually don't like to go and do live streams like this. I usually like to do live streams when, something big happens, if the Lakers win the championship, or if somehow I'm just feeling, a mood when it comes to, having an opportunity to do live streams. It's just, usually I don't, but, I'm actually thinking about it. I mean, I actually like, just giving my thoughts and my opinions on the spot instead of just editing videos. But if you guys like these type of live streams, I mean, please comment down below, give me your thoughts about it. And if you like it, please feel free, comment saying yes, more live streams. Or do you think you guys like the normal videos that I make, which I most of the time like doing? So, hopefully things will, I just have to wait and see of you guys. So hopefully things will turn around for the Lakers moving forward, and hopefully they can start winning games after this. So, thank you so much for watching, guys, and just hopefully everyone will calm down, and hopefully the Lakers will, cool down, and hopefully they can decide to start winning games, in dominance, in great fashion moving forward. So, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there. And hopefully the Lakers will turn things around. Take it easy, guys.